welcome to your yoga practice. We're gonna go through a 30-minute Vinyasa flow for you today. I hope you enjoy it. So grab your mats, lay them out, and we're gonna start standing at the top of your mat. All right, so standing about feet hip width distance apart. Go ahead and relax through the shoulders. Maybe take a big roll behind your back. Allow your palms to face forward. Tuck the tailbone under. Feel your spine nice and long, your feet rooted down into the ground. Maybe choose to close your eyes here and just become in tune with your body. From the tip of the toes, the soles of your feet, all the way to the crown of your head. Notice how you feel. We're gonna start here with the breath together. Take a big inhale through your nose. And then take an open mouth exhale. Allow everything to sigh out. 2 more just like that. Inhale through your nose. Open mouth exhale, release. 1 more time, inhale through the nose. And then open mouth exhale. Good, settling into a breath that feels good for you and your body. Maybe this is where you set an intention for your practice. Maybe you ask yourself what brought you to your mat today. If you notice there's something you need to cultivate within your mind, body, heart, maybe you hold on to that word or that thought. And then on your next inhale, we're gonna sweep the arms up and over the head, bringing your palms to touch. Exhale, bring those hands down to heart center. Take a slight bow of your head to your heart, just sealing that intention in for yourself. And then we're gonna start here, just warming up through the body. Inhale, sweep the arms up and over the head. Exhale, dive down, forward fold. Inhale for a halfway lift, flat spine, hands on the shin, crown of the head, reaching forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way to the top, reaching up, looking up at those fingertips. Exhale again, bow down, forward fold. Good, inhale for your halfway lift. Exhale, fold. 1 more time all the way through. Inhale, reach those arms up and over the head, looking up at the fingertips. Exhale, take that bow down, forward fold. Inhale to a halfway lift. Adding on from here, we're gonna exhale to fold, hands on the ground, and then just slowly start to bend into one knee then the other. Good, warming up through the back of the legs here. Maybe gaze over one shoulder than the other, get in some free movement in the body. Then come back through center. Inhale, halfway lift, adding on once again. Exhale, plant your hands onto the ground, step 1 foot back and then the other. So we're gonna hold our high plank here. Heels stacked over the toes, core engaged. Shifting your shoulders slightly over the wrists. There's a slight rounding in the upper back, so don't let it cave in like this. Press down into the palms, round through the upper back slightly. Good, and we're gonna lower down here. So lower your knees first. Good, shift your shoulders over the wrist, bend through those elbows, lower down chaturanga. And then come to an upward facing dog. You're on the tops of the feet, roll the shoulders back and open. Option to have your thighs on the ground. Option to take it a step further, lift those thighs off of the mat. Tuck your toes back, find that first downward facing dog. And we'll pedal it out here, bend into one knee, bend into the other. Good, sway side to side. Big bends, small bends. Again, finding that free movement in your body. What feels good for you right now? Allowing this practice to be yours. I'm just your guide for today. So take what feels comfortable in your body. Begin to find stillness. Lifting the hips and the tailbone high, melting your heels down to the mat. A little bend in the knees if you need to. Allow that chest to drop a little closer to the thighs. 1 more big inhale here. And at the bottom of that exhale, bend through your knees. Look at the top of your mat. Walk your feet forward. Inhale, halfway lift, flat spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way to the top, reaching up, looking up. 1 more time all the way through. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Good, exhale, plant those hands, step it back, high plank. Option here, lower the knees, or this time try to lower down in one piece. Keep those elbows hugged in close to the body. Upward facing dog, Urdhva Mukha. Downward facing dog, Adho Mukha. Hold it here. Good, so we went through the option on our knees. We went through our full chaturanga. So whichever one you'd like to take throughout your practice today, go ahead and use that. At the bottom of your next exhale, bend those knees, look to the top of your mat, walk your feet forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way to the top, reaching up. Exhale, forward fold all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands this time, step that left foot back. Lower your knee, release the toes behind you, sweep the arms up and over your head, low lunge, Anjaneyasana. Relax your shoulders, gaze forward. Beautiful, breathe. Our right hand reaches for your left wrist, take a pull up and over to the right. Gaze underneath your left arm. Come back through center, baby back bend, cactus your arms, open the heart up. Inhale back through center, spine long and straight, exhale your hands to the mat. Right leg straightens for your half split. So dig your heel into the ground, keep those right toes flexed towards your face. Notice my left hip is stacked over my left knee. If you want to go deeper, walk your right heel closer to the top of your mat. Inhale, lengthen, find space in the heart and the chest. Exhale, send your nose towards your knee. Hold, 3, 2, and 1. Take a bend into your right knee. Find your low lunge once again. This time, tuck the left toes under. From here, we're gonna press into that foot. Lift the left knee off the ground. Find your high crescent lunge. So notice here, if the hips are shifted back to the back wall, can you tuck that tailbone under? Get the spine straight. Bend even deeper into your right knee. Feel that left hip and psoas peeling open. The same thing that we did on our knee. Right hand reaches for that left wrist. Pull up and over to the right. Come back through center. Cactus those arms. Baby back bend. Then come back through center. Exhale your hands to the mat as you straighten that right leg. Walk that left foot slightly forward. Pyramid pose. Both of your heels are on the ground. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, nose towards your knee. Breathe for 3, 2, and 1. Plant those hands onto the mat about an inch or so in front of you. Really bend into that right knee. Float the left foot off the ground. And then exhale, lower the left foot to meet the right foot. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise, extended Tadasana, reaching up, looking up. Exhale, bow down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands on those shins. Exhale, plant your hands on the mat. Step that right foot back. Lower your knee. Low lunge, Anjaneyasana, sweep up. Relax those shoulders. Gaze it forward. Breathe. Beautiful. Left hand reaches for your right wrist. Pull up and over to the left. Gaze underneath the right arm. Inhale back through center, cactus those arms, baby back bend. Good, inhale back through center, reach up with those fingertips. And then exhale your hands onto the mat, left leg straightens for half split, half Hanumanasana. Right hip stacked over your knee. Left toes flex to your face, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. We're here breathing for 3, 2, and 1. Take a bend into that left knee. Keep the right toes tucked under. Sweep the arms up, low lunge. Press into that right foot. Lift the knee, high crescent lunge. Tailbone tucked, right hip and psoas peeling open this time. Left hand reaches for your right wrist. Pull up into the left. Inhale back through center. Cactus those arms, baby back bend. Inhale back through center. Exhale your hands to the ground as you straighten that left leg. Walk the right foot slightly forward. Dig both heels into the ground. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, nose to your knee. Breathing here. Good. 3, 2, 1. Walk those hands about an inch or so in front of you. Big bend in that left knee. Float the right foot up. Standing split for a moment. Exhale, lower it back down to meet the left. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way to the top. Keep those arms lifted high, pinky fingers rotated in. Take your big toes to touch, chair pose, Utkatasana. Sit back. Good. So this pose, you want your weight in your heels. Your hips are sitting back as if you're trying to find a chair behind you. So notice if you're on the tippy toes and your knees are coming over the toes, we want to shift it back so that you can actually see the toes and lift them off the ground. Arms are straight. Good. Sitting lower for an extra challenge. Gaze in between those hands. One more breath. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Going through our warrior series. Inhale, halfway lift. Good. Exhale, plant those hands. Step back, high to low plank. Upward facing dog. And downward facing dog. Good. Remember the knee option. Also, you don't have to do the chaturangas. You can just meet in down dog if it's a little too much for you in your practice. Next, inhale, we're going to reach that right leg up high. Hips and shoulders squared off. Gazing back at the left toes. On an inhale, maybe lift that right leg an inch higher, keeping the hips and the shoulders squared off. Exhale, step that right foot in between your hand. Back heel lowers down. Look at your heels, heel to heel alignment here. And then start to rise the hands over the head. Hands come to your hips. We'll do a self-adjustment since I'm not there to help with those. We're gonna square those hips off. So pull the right hip back, press the left hip forward with your hands. Square them off to the top of your mat. Imagine you had light bulbs on both sides of your hips. You want them to shine forward. Inhale, sweep the arms up and over the head, warrior one. Good, now notice if you're crunching those shoulders up to the ears, can you peel them down the back? Release it, pinky fingers rotated in, spine straight, gaze forward. One more breath here. Notice that inner warrior. Come to warrior two. Open the arms out to a T. Rotate that back foot now parallel to the back of your mat. Pressing into the pinky side toe of your back foot as if you had a $100 bill there, and you want to keep it there throughout this practice. Gaze over the right fingertips. Right knee is stacked over the right ankle. So some of us want to cave it inward. So be mindful, pull that right knee open so that it sits right over your ankle. Open those arms up, gaze over the right hand, sorry. Again, notice that inner warrior, the strong stance, that internal calm and focus. Flip that right palm up, reach forward as if you're reaching for the front wall, and then reverse your warrior, tip it all the way back. Don't lose that bend in that front knee. Keep it there as you reach that right arm back and up, palm facing down. Maybe that left hand binds behind your back. Good, cartwheel your hands to the mat. Step back to your high plank. Take your Vinyasa flow at whatever pace feels best for you, or just meet in down dog. Good, we're gonna do the other side. Left leg, inhale, reach it up high. Hips squared off, shoulders squared off, pressing equally into the palms of your hand, gazing back at the right toes. Inhale that left leg an inch higher. Exhale, step it in between your hand. Lower the right heel down at a 45-degree angle. Sweep the arms over the head. If you want that self-adjustment on this side, take your hands on your hips. Pull that left hip back, right hip forward. Square them off to the front of the room. Arms sweep up and over your head when you're ready. Continuing to press into the pinky side toe of that back foot. Remember that $100 bill, you don't want to lose it. Relax those shoulders down the back. Feel your warrior. And then exhale, open up to two, warrior two, Virabhadrasana. Pressing into the pinky side toe of your right foot this time. Remember that knee, keep it over the ankle. Arms open to a T. Hold here, 2 more breaths. Perfect, flip that left palm up, reach it forward, reverse your warrior, tip it all the way back. Maybe bind that right hand behind your back.
Left palm facing down, reaching for that back wall. Beautiful. Cartwheel your hands to the mat. High to low plank. Don't forget your breath. Inhale to upward facing dog. Exhale to downward facing dog. 3 breaths here. Big inhales. Big exhales. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more. Inhale. Exhale, bend those knees, look to the top of your mat, walk or hop forward maybe. Inhale to a halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, rise to the top, reaching all the way up. We're taking that chair pose, sit low. Weight in those heels, tailbone tucked under, gaze in between your fingertips. Sit even lower. We're gonna go through 1 breath, 1 movement, that same sequence. When you're ready, exhale, straighten those legs, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant those hands, step back, high to low plank. Go through your variation. Meeting me in a down dog, right away, right leg, sweep it up high. Step it in between your hand, warrior 1 for the inhale, big inhale. Exhale, open up, warrior 2. Flip that right palm up, reach forward. Don't lose the bend in that front knee. Take it back. Beautiful. Cartwheel your hands to the ground. Step back, high plank. Lower through your chaturanga. Upward facing. Downward facing. Right away, left leg. Inhale, reach it up high. Step it in between your hand, warrior 1. Rise on your inhale. Follow your breath here. Exhale, warrior 2. Left palm flips up, reach and reverse. Next exhale, cartwheel those hands. High to low plank. Find your flow. Meet me in a down dog. Hold for 3. Hold for 2. And for 1. Lower to those knees, child's pose, big toes to touch, knees open wide, reach your arms up and over your head, melt that forehead down onto the ground. Perfect. Breathe here. For 3. Breathing for 2. And for 1. From here, press down into your palms, tuck those toes under, lift your hips up. Find your downward facing dog. Good, we'll add in some balancing postures from here. At the bottom of your next exhale, bend those knees, look to the top of your mat, walk or hop forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to the top, reach up, look up, and sit low into your chair pose. Good. One-legged Tadasana. So from here, we're gonna shift our weight into our right leg and then inhale, hug that left knee to our chest. Good. Adding on to our warrior series, we're gonna take warrior 3. From here, start to send that left leg behind you. Hands can stay by your side. Also the option to take your hands to heart center. Also the option to reach your hands over the head. Keep your hips squared off here. Left toes are flexed towards the ground. Good. Hold. For 3. Try to get that chest lifted, spine straight. 2. 1. From here, slowly lower to that high crescent lunge. We were here earlier. Sweep those arms up and over the head. Hold for a breath. And then we're gonna lower the left hand to the ground. Keep that right arm lifted high. Perfect. Find a nice little twist here. Option, lower that left knee. Take that right foot, step it back to a modified side plank. If you'd like to take a full side plank, rotate onto the pinky side toe of both of your feet. Right foot steps back to meet your left foot. Lift those hips up high and breathe. For 3, 2, 1. Lower down chaturanga, up dog, and down dog. Perfect. We're gonna do the same thing on the other side. One big inhale. At the bottom of that exhale, bend your knees, look to the top of your mat, walk or hop forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, sit low chair pose. Beautiful. Other side this time, shift your weight into that left foot. Inhale, one-legged Tadasana, reach your right knee to your chest. Warrior 3, start to send that right leg behind you, hands by your side, on your hips, at heart center, or over the head for an added challenge. Hips squared off, right toes flexed. Breathe. Good, maybe. Hold. Good. Right toes lower down, high crescent lunge. We were here before, hold for a breath. And then exhale the right hand to the ground, the left arm stays lifted high. Try to be light on that right hand as you pull up on the left fingertips. And then from here, ground down through the right hand. Lower that right knee first. Step the left foot back, side plank. Or take that full variation of side plank. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Lower down, chaturanga. Up dog. Good. Down dog. Beautiful. Breathe. 3, 2, and 1. Lower to your knees. Tabletop position. Let's go ahead and do our 3 cat cows here. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the heart in the chest. Exhale, tuck your chin to your heart, round through the spine. 2 more. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the heart in the chest. Exhale, chin to heart, round. 1 more. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the heart in the chest. And then exhale, chin to heart, round. Beautiful. Coming back through center, we're just going to sit those hips back to the heels, swing the legs around in front of you. Then go ahead and scoot those hips forward. Get your heels close to the glutes. Hands by your side, lower down nice and slowly onto your back. Good. Hands will come by your side. Get those heels close into the glutes. We'll take our reclined pigeon pose. Inhale that right leg up high. Cross your ankle over that left knee. This is comfortable for some of you. Just stay here. Some of you might be able to hug that left knee into your chest, either reaching behind the thigh, or some of you can reach for the shin, which gives you a deeper stretch in that right hip. So you want to keep the right toes flexed, maybe even using that right hand to press the knee back to the top of your mat. Notice the deeper stretch through that right hip. Hold here, count for 3, 2, and 1. Release, lower both soles of the feet back onto the ground, hands by your side. We're going to take 1 bridge pose. Hands by your side, heels close to the glutes, feet and knees hip width distance apart. Take an inhale, exhale, press and lift up. Good. Hold here for 3, 2, and 1. Very slowly lower your weight all the way back down. Good. Pigeon on the other side, left leg. Inhale, reach it up high. Cross that ankle over the right knee. And then again, same thing, hug that knee into your chest, taking whatever variation works for you. Maybe that left hand comes to your knee and you press that knee out and open. Hold here. Noticing every side might feel a little different. This side's definitely more open for me. Good. 1 more breath. And then slowly release. Soles of the feet back to the ground. Another round of our bridge pose. Heels close to your glutes, set yourself up, feet and knees hip width distance apart, hands by your side. Inhale, and on that exhale, press and lift up. This time we're gonna roll the shoulders back behind us, clasp your hands together, press your pinky fingers down into the ground, hips lift even higher. Breathing here for the count of 3, 2, and 1. Release your hands up and over the head. Come high onto your tippy toes and then slowly lower that body all the way down. Good. Release your hands by your side. Find stillness for a moment. We're going to do 1 more round of a bridge pose. Option to take one of the first 2. Option to take a full wheel, which I will show you. If you already know your full wheel, go ahead and go there. Full wheel, hands will come by your ears, fingers pointing towards the body. Take an inhale. On your exhale, press and just come to the crown of the head first. Find your balance and your momentum, then press through the palms, lift the hips up, find your full wheel, maybe come to your tippy toes and hold for 4, 3, Press through those palms, lift even higher. 2, 1, tuck your chin to your heart, lower your weight all the way down. Hands by your side, find some stillness, then allow those knees to rock side to side. Windshield wipering them from right to left. We'll drop those knees over to the right, gaze over the left, hands open to a T. Good, palm facing up. Keep your shoulders rested on the ground, so it might be a little difficult in that spine, but you want to try to keep the shoulders resting on the ground as much as you can. All right. But find something that feels good for you. Maybe the knees don't touch the ground, that's totally okay. Perfect, come back through center. That same thing on the other side, drop the knees over to the left, gaze over to the right. Again, shoulders stay grounded. Maybe you feel a couple pops and cracks in that spine, giving yourself that self-adjustment. And then we're gonna come back through center, hug your knees into your chest, and just take a little rock side to side. Take a moment to give yourself a hug, send yourself some love. And then we're gonna reach around, grab opposite elbows, hug your knees as close into the chest as you can. Take your forehead to the knees, make yourself into the tightest ball. Take an inhale as you squeeze your tightest. And on your exhale, release everything into Shavasana, your final resting pose. Roll those shoulders back behind you. Any last wiggles you might need to take out of your body, go ahead and take that here. The same way that we began our practice, we're gonna end here. So take an inhale through your nose. Open mouth, exhale, sigh everything out. 2 more times, inhale through your nose. Open mouth, exhale. Last one, inhale. And on this open mouth exhale, imagine your entire body sinking into the earth, allowing the ground, the earth, your mat to hold you for the last few moments of your practice. Resting here, trusting that I will call you out when the time is right. For now, just rest and breathe. When you're ready, start to wiggle out through the fingers, the toes, the ankles, the wrists, reawakening the body, deepening that breath. Reach the hands over the head, give yourself a full body stretch from the tip of the fingers to the tip of the toes. And then again, pull those knees into your chest, give yourself a hug. And maybe send yourself a thank you. Roll over to your favorite side, take a moment, recenter, reground yourself, maybe rest your head on your arms. Then press yourself up to a comfortable seated position. Let your eyes close. Let the spine be long, your sit bone to rest, facing the palms up. If you would like to receive something here, press your palms facing down if you feel like you need a little bit more groundedness. And together we'll inhale those arms up and over the head, bringing your palms to touch. Exhale those hands down to heart center. A slight bow of your head towards your heart. Take a moment to thank yourself, honor your body, honor your mind, your heart for this practice. Thank you for letting me guide you on this flow today. Namaste. Thank you for joining me for class today. Again, my name is Krista. I hope you enjoyed that, and I will see you guys again soon.